Welcome back to Strange Light Wizard Presents, a series that explores the deep and primal nature of fear as examined and written by some of the most prolific authors. Today, as promised a long time ago, it feels, I'm so sorry for that, by the way, I have been very busy with life and other things. For the next installment of The Rime of the Ancient Mariner 4, 5, and 6. I am truly sorry that I wasn't able to make it to posting last week, and I hope that this more than makes up for it. And stay tuned. I will be having a short sort of teaser trailer later this week coming out if, things do not pick up again. So please enjoy the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, chapters 4, 5, and 6. I fear thee, ancient mariner, I fear thy skinny hand, and thou art long and lank and brown as the ribbed sea sand. I fear thee and thy glittering eye, and thy skinny hand so brown. Fear not, thou wedding guest, this body drop not down. Alone, alone, all alone, alone on a wide, wide sea, and never a saint took pity on my soul in agony. The many men so beautiful, and they all did lie, and 1,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I. I looked upon the rotting sea, and drew my eyes away. I looked upon the rotting deck, and there the dead men lay. I looked to heaven and tried to pray, but or ever a prayer did gush, a wicked whisper came and made my heart as dry as dust. I closed my lids and kept them close, and the balls like pulses beat, for the sky and the sea and the sea and the sky lie dead like a load on my weary eye, and the dead were at my feet. The cold sweat melted from their limbs, nor rot nor reek did they. The look with which they looked on me had never passed away. An orphan's curse would drag to hell a spirit from on high, but oh, more horrible than that is the curse in a dead man's eye. 7 days, 7 nights I saw the curse, and yet I could not die. The moving moon went up the sky, and nowhere did abide. Softly she was going up, and a star or two beside. Her beams bemocked the sultry main like April hoarfrost spread. Her beams bemocked the sultry main like April hoarfrost spread. But where the ship's huge shadow lay, the charmed water burnt alway, a still and awful red. Beyond the shadow of the ship I watched the water snakes. They moved in tracks of shining white, and when they reared, the elfish light fell off in hoary flakes. Within the shadow of the ship I watched their rich attire. Blue, glossy, green, and velvet black, they coiled and swam, and every track was a flash of golden fire. O happy living things no tongue their beauty might declare. A spring of love gushed from my heart, and I blessed them unaware. Sure my kind saint took pity on me, and I blessed them unaware. The selfsame moment I could pray, and from my neck so free, the albatross fell off and sank like lead into the sea. O sleep, it is a gentle thing, beloved from pole to pole. To Mary Queen the praise be given, she sent the gentle sleep from heaven that slid into my soul. The silly buckets on the deck that had so long remained, I dreamt that they were filled with dew, and when I awoke it rained. My lips were wet, my throat was cold, my garments all were dank. Sure I had drunken in my dreams, and still my body drank. I moved and could not feel my limbs, I was so light almost. I thought that I had died in sleep and was a blessed ghost. And soon I heard a roaring wind, it did not come anear, but with its sound it shook the sails that were so thin and sere. The upper air burst into life, and 100 fire flags sheen. To and fro they were hurried about, and to and fro and in and out the wan stars danced between. And the whelming wind did roar more loud, and the sails did sigh like sedge. The rain poured down from one black cloud, the moon was at its edge. The thick black cloud was cleft and still, the moon was at its side. The waters shot from some high crag, the lightning fell with never a jag, a river steep and wide. The loud wind never reached the ship, yet now the ship moved on. Beneath the lightning and the moon, the dead man gave a groan. They groaned, they stirred, they all uprose, nor spake nor moved their eyes. It had been strange even in a dream to have seen those dead men rise. The helmsman steered, the ship moved on, yet never a breeze up blew. The mariners all 'gan work the ropes where they were wont to do. They raised their limbs like lifeless tools, we were a ghastly crew. The body of my brother's son stood by me knee to knee. The body and I pulled at one rope, but he said naught to me. I fear thee, ancient mariner, be calm, thou witting guest. 'Twas not those souls that fled in pain, but to which their corpses came again, but a troop of spirits blest. For when it dawned, they dropped their arms and clustered round the mast. Sweet sounds rose slowly through their mouths and from their bodies passed. Around, around flew each sweet sound, then darted to the sun. Slowly the sounds came back again, now mixed, now one by one. Sometimes a dropping from the sky I heard the skylark sing. Sometimes all little birds that are, how they seemed to fill the sea and air with their sweet jargoning. Now 'twas like all instruments, now like a lonely flute, and now it is an angel's song that makes the heavens be mute. It ceased yet still the sails made on a pleasant noise till noon, a noise like of a hidden brook in the leafy month of June, that to the sleeping woods all night singeth a quiet tune. Till noon we quietly sailed on, yet never a breeze did breathe. Slowly and smoothly went the ship, moved onward from beneath. Under the keel 9 fathom deep, from the land of mist and snow, the spirit slid, and it was he that made the ship to go. The sails at noon left off their tune, and the ship stood also still. The sun right up above the mast had fixed her to the ocean, but in a minute she gained stir with short uneasy motion. Backwards and forwards half her length with a short and easy motion. Then like a pawing horse let go, she made a sudden bound. It flung the blood into my head, and I fell down in a swound. How long in that same fit I lay, I have not to declare, but ere my living life returned, I heard and in my soul discerned 2 voices in the air. Is it he, quoth one? Is this the man? By him who died on cross, with his cruel bow he laid full low the harmless albatross. The spirit who biteth by himself in the land of mist and snow, he loved the bird that loved the man who shot him with his bow. The other voice was a softer voice, as soft as honey dew. Quoth he, the man hath penance done, and penance more will do. But tell me, speak again, thy soft response renewing. What makes the ship drive on so fast? What is the ocean doing? Still as a slave before his lord, the ocean hath no blast. His great bright eye most silently up to the moon is cast. If he may know which way to go, for she guides him smooth or grim. See, brother, see how graciously she looketh down on him. But why drives on that ship so fast, without or wave or wind? The air is cut away before, and closes from behind. Fly, brother, fly, more high, or we shall be belated, for slow and slow that ship will go when the mariner's trance is abated. I woke, and we were sailing on as in a gentler weather. 'Twas night, calm night, the moon was high, the dead men stood together. All stood together on the deck, for a charnel dungeon fitter, all fixed on me their stony eyes that in the moon did glitter. The pang, the curse, from which they died, had never passed away. I could not draw my eyes from theirs, nor turn them up to pray. Now the spell was snapped once more, I viewed the ocean green, and looked far forth, yet little saw of what had else been seen. Like one that on a lonesome road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round walks on, and turns no more his head, because he knows a frightful fiend doth close behind him tread. But soon there breathed the wind on me, nor sound nor motion made. Its path was not upon the sea, in ripple or in shade. It raised my hair, it fanned my cheek, like a meadow gale of spring. It mingled strangely with my fears, yet it felt like a welcoming. Swiftly, swiftly flew the ship, yet she sailed softly too. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze, on me alone it blew. Oh, dream of joy, is this indeed the lighthouse top I see? Is this the hill? Is this the kirk? Is this mine own country? We drifted o'er the harbour bar, and with the sobs I pray, oh, let me be awake, my God, or let me sleep away. The harbour bay was closed as glass, as smoothly as it was strewn, and on the bay the midnight lay, the shadow of the moon. The rock shone bright, the kirk no less, the stands above the rock. The moonlight steeped in silentness the steady weathercock. And the bay was white with silent light, till rising from the same, full many shapes that shadows were in crimson colours came. A little distance from the prow those crimson shadows were. I turned my eyes upon the deck, oh Christ, what I saw there! Each corpse lay flat, lifeless and flat, and by the holy rood, a man all light, a seraph man, on every course there stood. This seraph band each waved his hand, it was a heavenly sight. They stood as signals to the land, each one a lovely light. This seraph band each waved his hands, no voice did they impart. No voice, but oh, the silence sank like music on my heart. But soon I heard the dash of oars, I heard the pilot's cheer. My head was turned perforce away, I saw a boat appear. The pilot and the pilot's boy, I heard them coming fast. Dear Lord in heaven, it was a joy the dead men could not blast. I saw a third, I heard his voice, it is the hermit good. He singeth loud his godly hymns that he makes in the wood. He'll shrieve my soul, he'll wash away the albatross's blood. And there we have it, the ending of chapter 4, 5, and 6 of the Rime of the Ancient Mariner. I hope that you have been enjoying this series so far. Now please, I implore you, if you liked what you heard, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see when more of these go up. As I said earlier in the beginning, that I will be having a teaser trailer, and it will be for something very special. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye for now.